Hey, what's up, guys? Happy New Year's, January 1st. I'm out here shooting some 3D, had a nice day, and thought I'd make a quick video on the new ASA targets and how I'm going to approach them this year and how to judge them. And so this one here is the Mountain Lion, which was formerly the Black Panther. It's the exact same target with a different paint job, but with that comes a different approach on how to shoot him. Whenever he was a black target, he was really hard to see and pretty hard to aim at. He had a shiny spot on his up there by the upper, and it's still there. It's not quite as prominent as it was when he was a black target. And with him being a gray target, it's easier to aim at him anyway. If you're close enough, you can pretty well see the rings and you can do whatever you want. He was mostly an upper target for me. I'd call upper on him almost every time. And because it was easier to aim at, and because there's not a lot of room below the lower 12, but I'll show you that when we get up there. So as for this target, judging him, kind of how I like to approach judging is when I first walk up here, I will get a snap judge, which is just a number, the first number that comes to your head when you look at him. And so like right here with this target, as soon as I walked up here, I was thinking 42 yards. And this is kind of a tough lane. It's a little bit of a rise. You can't see his back end and you can't see his feet. And so I can see all of the ground coming up to him though. And so next thing I'll do is I'll look through my binoculars and see if there's anything I can pick out on anything I can pick out maybe that fooled me. If I look through my binoculars and he looks bigger than expected in my binoculars, then he might be a little bit closer than what I initially thought. And you can also see the ground detail right before the target sometimes a little better through your binoculars. But for this target, after I get my snap judge, look through my binos, then sometimes if I'm still not 100% sure, I'll kind of walk my way to the target, usually in 5-yard increments. And I'm not really using that number, but I'm making sure that that number is close to what I judged. So like right here, I judged him 42, looked at my binos. It's still probably a pretty good number. He might be a hair closer. So then I'm going to look 5, 10, 35. And so I'm getting 40, like right, like one step in front of the target. So that makes me feel good that, you know, that 42 number is definitely going to be enough. It may catch the top of a 12, but if I'm going to go upper, I'm definitely going to end up cutting a yard or two, depending on how I feel about it, where I'm going to aim. So right now, I'm going to go with my original number of 42. And I'm going to be looking at the lower. I don't shoot lower on this target very often at all. And so right now, early in the season, I'm going to practice some lowers on this Mountain Lion and see how I feel about it. He's basically the only target that I always shoot upper on. But there's been a few scenarios where I've shot lower on the Black Panther and it's worked out. But with the Black Panther, when I judged it, I would always underjudge him. And so I'm not sure if this target's going to be the same way yet or not. But for right now, I'm going to play him for lowers and see what happens. So got 42 dialed. I really think he could be one less. But let's put a shot on him and see what happens. pretty good. Just over it. Kind of what I thought was going to happen. Let's check it real quick. Yep, just under it. Just under 42. Shot just over it. Still a really solid 10. But, all right, let's go look at that arrow. All right, well, that worked out good. Yeah. All right, ended up catching that 12. I thought I was just over it. See here. Just caught the top of the 12. I thought I had shot just over it. What I was saying is right here below this lower 12, that's not very much room until you're a 5. There's not very much 8 ring here. But above the upper, there is a ton of room. This 8 ring is huge up here. And so that's why myself and a lot of other guys always shot upper on the Black Panther. It's a tough, dark target. And there's a lot of forgiveness up here. And right here, these muscles make a shiny spot, and they still do on this target. But it was really prominent on the Black Panther, and that's what most people used to shoot this target. So, but with him being tan, he's really no big deal to aim at. But you still have the lower 12 issue with the forgiveness there. And so either way, he's going to be a good one to shoot at. He's going to be a fun target to shoot this year. And luckily I shot 12 on him today because I've not been shooting good so far. But I'm going to go shoot a few more, and the black bear is right up here. He's the other new target this year. And I'll see you over at the black bear. We'll shoot him. Dang flabbit. Used to have a deer stand in this tree right here. Killed some deer right there. The good old days. Okay, I had to film this one. It's my coyote target. I don't know what he's doing. But we're going to try to shoot him like that. There we go. He's right there. All right. So, this just so happens to be my least favorite target ever. I don't know why. A lot of people don't have any trouble. Sorry you had to see that. No twirling on the 3D range. Okay. Anyway, for whatever reason, I significantly underjudge this target almost every time. So I have to throw in that almost because I do Tank. My corgi here, he sounds like an armadillo going through the woods because his belly drags the ground. Hello. Stop. Stop. Thank you. Anyways, on the Wolverine and Javelina, I'd underjudge them every time, no matter what. Doesn't matter if they're 20 yards, doesn't matter if they're 50 yards. I underjudge them. So it's easy for me to adjust to that, and those targets are usually pretty good targets for me. This one, however, Most of the time, I underjudge him, but sometimes I don't. And so when I allow for that underjudge, like I do on the others, I shoot him flat out the top. And so now I've never shot him with his face in the ground, so that'll be interesting. But generally, I go ahead and either add the yardage or I aim over the 12 and beg for a 10 and pray for a 12. So anyway, let's go. Let's look at this target real quick. Yeah, puppy. This is looking like 38, maybe 39. Check him out through the binos. I don't know if this helped at all. I don't even know how he ended up like that, unless something messed with him. Okay, I think I was way off there, as like normal. I don't even know what ring to call. Let's go with oh yeah, I was way off. So this is the reason I still do. Would you quit? Sit. Just hold still. Hold still. Just for a second. You're so loud. Hang on. This is the reason I checked the ground. My snap judge, I said 38, which it's January 1st, so I haven't been practicing just a whole lot. But looked at him 38, and I was gonna shoot him for 40 because I'm gonna add 2 yards to him. So then I was like, well, let's check the ground. Check the ground, and I'm at like almost 43 yards before I ever get to him. So with that in mind, you know, I would especially this target for me, I would definitely have shot him for at least 2.5, maybe even 3. And if it rose up, that's fine, because he's definitely not 38. That was wrong. You know, I was going to add yardage. I think he could have been 40. And if he's 40 and I shoot him for 43, I'm going to still catch a 10 up there at the top. And with this target, I mean, I don't know why, that's how bad he is for me. But with his rings cocked like this, because he's laying on his face, I don't have all that forgiveness above his 12 ring. So I really don't know what to do. Let's shoot him. I'm just going to go with that 42 number. Since I don't have all that room above him to climb. And we'll hope this is even close. I have to wear a blinder because I'm left eye dominant. So my left eye takes over. But all right. The Concept X is shooting good enough. Easton arrows are flying good enough. Just my brain is not calibrated yet. Let's do it. Oh man, I think I 12'd him. Oh, smoked him. That was cool. And that is just a sneak peek into the chaos that goes on in my head while I'm trying to judge these things. Let's see what the Vortex says. 43. 43, and I shot him for 2.5. So that worked out good. Success. All right, let's go down here and check him out. Here we are. Whoa, I'm still zoomed in. Okay. There we go. Boom. Got him. What happened to you? I mean, something had to mess with him. He's facing uphill, and he was on his face. That puts us to, we got the mountain lion, 4. What else did we get? We got this one, 6. And I started off, did I shoot an 8? Oh, yeah. I shot an 8 on the black boar. So we're 4 up through 5 targets with 1 8. Good 12 count, just shot low on that boar. But got a couple targets left until the black bear, and then we'll get back on here and talk about him some. All right. Gonna talk to y'all about shooting this black bear and how to judge him and how I approach shooting him. I've only shot him a few times, judged him a few times, but this will be the first time I've shot him is in the ASA circuit. He's one of the new targets for 2026. And I'm going to talk a little bit about how we shoot him. So he's a tough target. He's really dark. He's almost as bad as the black boar when it comes to aiming. There's really nothing on him, on this side anyway, that gives you anything to aim off of. He's a little shiny up there towards the top, but that's all up there at the top of the 8 ring. As for his core, I mean, it's just black. You just kind of have to area aim on this side. On the other side of him, he's got a pretty good shoulder crease that at least gives you some reference. And right now I've shot him a few times, and so I can see kind of some blotchy spots where my arrows have hit. And so judging him, I hadn't really noticed any trends yet. Like I said, I've only judged him a couple times and don't really have any history with him. One time I shot him and underjudged him more than I should have. And other than that, he's been a pretty decent target for me, other than just having to aim at him. So let's take a look at him real quick. So we talked about that snap judge. That snap judge for me right now is saying 44 to 45. Looking through the binoculars. Looking through the binoculars, he could be a little further. He's a really short target, but he's a big target. He's thick. So let's look at the ground, check on ourselves. So if anything, I think I'm a little light. So 46 is looking a lot better for me. So let's see. If you hear a loud squeaking sound, it's my wife. All right. All right, let's try to find the lower and put a shot on him. I may hit right over it, but that's a win for this. All right, here we go.
Gonna catch the big one.
Okay.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Really good 10, almost clipped to 12. If you can look here, this target is, just over knee height. This thing's not very big, but he's really big this away. He's thick. And so it makes him, it's very deceiving when you're trying to judge him. But his main thing is just how difficult he is to aim at. And on this side, Look, he's got a really pronounced shoulder crease right here that's going to make this side, when he's facing from left to right, a lot easier to aim at, because you're going to be able to use the shoulder crease. But for the other side, there's really nothing. There's one little. So sorry about that. My phone died. But basically all I was saying is that other side just has a couple shiny spots there in the 10 ring that don't show up really well to aim at, but the other side has a really pronounced shoulder crease that is pretty good spot to aim, or at least a reference to aim. So that's basically it. That's my take on shooting the 2 new targets, a little bit that I've got to shoot them so far. I'm going to do some more of these if you're interested on how I approach each target and how I'm going to judge it, and different situations on how I might shoot one. So if you're interested in that, you can like and subscribe, and you'll get notifications on this. But before we go, I want to share something with you. I want to share a scripture with you. This is Ephesians 2. This is verses 8 and 9. And it says, "For by grace you've been saved through faith, and that not of yourselves, it is the gift of God, not of works, lest anyone should boast." And so basically that's, I believe that's Paul talking, and he's saying that you're saved because of what Jesus did and not because of what you have done. But your acts of good is a result of your salvation. And so, meaning just because you're doing good things doesn't mean that you're saved. But you will do good things because you are saved. So that's just something to think about. I encourage you to go and read Ephesians for yourself and keep reading after what I just read here in Ephesians 2. And it's a really good piece of scripture, and I've enjoyed reading it. But anyways, thanks guys. We'll see you on the next one. Hopefully I'll be making a little bit more content and trying to teach some of y'all a little bit about what I do. So we'll see you next time.